still going strong on that mission to turn the head-to-head around against Iga Swiatek after she scored her fourth consecutive straight sets win over the Polish woman.
Coco Gauff just beat Iga Swiatek for the fourth straight time in straight sets. Not 3 times, 4, all in straight sets. That's a stat nobody would have predicted 2 years ago when Swiatek was dominating Gauff in every meeting. Now the rivalry has completely flipped, and Gauff is the one living in Swiatek's head. Team USA didn't make the final, but Gauff sent a message that's going to echo through the 2026 season. Is Swiatek ever going to figure out how to beat Gauff again, or has this rivalry permanently shifted in the Americans' favor? At this point, it genuinely feels like Gauff has the matchup edge. She's now taken 4 consecutive straight-set wins over the former world number 1, including a 6-4, 6-2 dismantling in the United Cup semifinals, a feat no player had ever achieved against Swiatek. Not Sabalenka, not anyone from the previous generation, just Gauff methodically breaking down someone who once owned this matchup. The shift in this rivalry isn't subtle anymore, it's complete.
So I thought that Iga would just lock in harder to stop that losing streak. I didn't imagine her losing 4 straight matches. I underestimated just how much this rivalry has changed in Coco's favor. It's 100% officially changed.
Let's establish some context because it matters. This rivalry began with Swiatek absolutely dominating. She won the first 7 meetings in straight sets and 11 of the first 12 overall. She beat Gauff in the 2022 French Open final and at Roland Garros 3 straight years. At one point, the head-to-head was 11-1, and it genuinely looked like Gauff would never solve the Swiatek puzzle. Every match felt decided before it even started. Then something changed. Gauff broke through at the 2023 Cincinnati semifinals, and since that moment, the rivalry has flipped. She's won 5 of the last 6 meetings, including 4 straight-set wins in a row. The head-to-head now sits at 11-5 in Swiatek's favor. Still lopsided on paper, but the trend is undeniable. Gauff has cracked the code, and Swiatek hasn't adjusted.
4 break points. She started well. She had 4 break points off the bat in the opening game. A love 40 lead and another break point. But Coco found a way to hold. This hold was one of the most important games of the match. It really set the tone for it. And I think this hold also gave Gauff a lot of confidence behind her serve because she had a phenomenal serving performance. 3 aces, 4 double faults. We know that's the number we always look out for, the double faults. So only 4 double faults is great. I mean, if we know that statistic is low, then the rest of her game will be great. And it was. I mean, she also made 75% of her first serves in and won 73% of first serve.
The match itself showcased everything that has changed in this dynamic. Gauff actually started shaky, facing triple breakpoint in the opening game and having to save a 4th at add-out just to hold serve. That's the kind of start that used to derail her entire performance against Swiatek. Pressure would mount, errors would snowball, and she'd be down a set before ever finding rhythm. Not this time. Gauff held that opening game and immediately settled in, jumping out to a 4-1 lead in the first set. Swiatek battled back to 4-4, showing the resilience that fueled her early dominance in this rivalry. Then Gauff did something that once felt impossible in this matchup. She won 7 straight games, built a 6-4, 5-0 lead, and completely seized control of the match.
Made 59% of her first serves in and won 56% of her first serve points, which is really not great at all. Gauff, though, she returned well, and she was seeing the ball like a grapefruit. She had a few moments on the forehand side where it was shaky a little bit, but overall, she returned great, and it was a crucial part of why.
Swiatek managed to hold serve and even broke back once to make it 5-2 in the second set, but Gauff immediately broke right back and closed it out. No drama, no collapse, just efficient, professional tennis from someone who's figured out exactly how to beat an opponent who once dominated her. After the match, Gauff spoke about not letting opportunities slip away, referencing match points she'd had in previous encounters and how she learned from them. She acknowledged Swiatek played well at moments, but said she knew how she was playing the entire match and trusted herself to finish it. That's confidence. That's someone who's been here before and knows she belongs. 4 consecutive straight-set wins? That's historic. The only other player to beat Swiatek 4 times in a row is Ostapenko, but 3 of those 6 meetings went to 3 sets. Gauff's dominance is cleaner, more emphatic. She's not just winning, she's controlling every match start to finish. Team USA didn't make the final, which puts this into context, as Poland edged the tie 2-1 thanks to Zielinski and Kawa, unbeaten in mixed doubles and clutch in tiebreaks. Switzerland awaits Poland in the final, led by Belinda Bencic, who's undefeated in 8 matches this tournament. The contrast between Poland's depth and Switzerland's reliance on one star makes that final fascinating. But the spotlight here is Gauff and Swiatek, because this rivalry now defines where women's tennis is heading. These 2 early 20s stars have already faced each other 16 times, more than most players meet in an entire career, and the evolution has been dramatic. Swiatek's early dominance came from her heavy topspin forehand, her movement and consistency that forced Gauff into errors. The tactical matchup favored Swiatek almost every exchange, and Gauff lost repeatedly. Cincinnati 2023 was the breakthrough. Gauff started taking the ball earlier, improved consistency, and became aggressive with her forehand, taking time away from Swiatek instead of absorbing pressure. Those adjustments have stuck, and 4 straight-set wins prove this is permanent, not a hot streak, but sustained dominance. Swiatek hasn't found an answer yet, and that mental edge matters, just like Djokovic over Federer or Nadal over Djokovic. Once a psychological advantage exists, reversing it is extremely hard. Gauff now owns that edge, and with the Australian Open less than 2 weeks away, Swiatek will arrive carrying that pressure. Gauff's complete game makes the shift even more impressive. World #1 in doubles while maintaining elite singles status, a rare feat, feeding directly into her singles dominance through net play, volleys, and anticipation. Swiatek hasn't prioritized doubles, meaning Gauff is gaining marginal advantages that matter in long-term rivalry shifts. Meanwhile, the broader women's tour adds context. Sabalenka is in peak form and the world #1, but Gauff versus Swiatek represents the future of the sport, a rivalry that will define major championships for years. Gauff's confidence now is palpable. She trusts her game, knows she'll get it done, and that expectation shift alone changes how she approaches matches. Swiatek needs adjustments fast, more aggression, new coaching, or mental work, because each loss deepens the psychological hurdle. The French Open, long Swiatek's fortress, may no longer feel automatic if Gauff continues this run. The mixed doubles loss, keeping Team USA out of the final, doesn't diminish her individual accomplishment. She did what mattered most, beating the opponent she needed to beat. Poland's depth proved decisive in the team format, but the headline story is Gauff's dominance. 4 straight wins in straight sets over Swiatek, controlling matches effortlessly and flipping a rivalry that once seemed impossible. With the Australian Open looming, this is no longer just a stat, it's a statement. The question now, can Swiatek figure it out, or has the rivalry permanently shifted in Gauff's favor? Smash that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. This story is only getting started.